I have told you, subject-verb agreement, it is a very important agreement in English which agrees with the numbers. So noun and verb has to agree with the numbers and not with any other thing. That's very important, right? So we have learned some of the rules which I have taught you. So I taught you almost 10 to 11 rules, I hope so, in the last classes. I think you've already seen that and understood the rules. So based on that rules, I have written some of the examples here. So let's do it today. So if you have a book in front of you, you please write down all these examples so it will be easy for you. So let's just begin with this. Look at the first example. See here, I have written the example. Benito blank doesn't know the answer. So I have told you, when a noun is singular, then the verb has to be singular. So the verb, singular verb, it always takes s at the end ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೂ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so singular noun, it takes the singular verb. So here, Benito is singular noun, so it takes singular verb. So Benito is singular noun ಆದಾಗ verb ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, singular ಆಗಬೇಕು. So which is doesn't ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು singular verb ಆಗಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So as I told you, which ends with s will be the singular verb. So Benito is singular. So what comes here? Doesn't is singular. So doesn't is singular. So Benito don't is not a right answer. Benito doesn't is the right answer. So Benito doesn't know the answer. You might wonder, ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ knows ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, because do form ಬಂದಾಗ usually ಇದು singular ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So you have to write it as know and not as knows. Okay, I don't have ಅಂತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ she don't have ಅಂತೀರಾ, she doesn't has ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. Isn't it? It doesn't ಬಂದಾಗ, don't ಬಂದಾಗ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು noun again it becomes what is that, plural ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So anyhow, you don't bother about it. Now you have to bother about the blank here. We have to bother only about the subject and verb. Okay. So Benito is singular. So the verb takes singular. Coming to the next one, Annie and her brother blank at school. Annie and her brother. I have told you even this. When there is a conjunction and between two nouns. ಎರಡು noun ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ and ಅನ್ನೋ conjunction ಬಂದಾಗ, then it is considered as plural. The pen and the pencil are on the table anta heltiva. So is on the table anta heltiva. The pen and the pencil andaga we have been learning it since so many years that and the conjunction bandaga it is always considered as plural and not as singular. See, Annie and the conjunction illirodrinda what will be the verb? Verb will always be plural. So plural verb, it doesn't take yes, only singular yes. See, yes ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ end ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is singular verb. So Annie and her brother are at school, not is at school. Okay, because we have used the conjunction and in between the two nouns. Okay, now the dog or the cat, again we have used another conjunction here. Or anta conjunction ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ use ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, or ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅಥವಾ, anyone, isn't it? We are talking about either the cat or the dog. So the dog or the cat dash is at the R outside. What do you write for that? Of course, here I have not written as cats. It is cat ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ the dog or the cat is outside. Suppose, don't get confused. Suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ first cats ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ, the dog or the cats ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, then this verb should be plural. So as I have written only cat, the dog or the cat, so I have written the singular verb as is outside. I hope you have understood. Okay, so next one, let's come to the next example. Look at this. The teachers blank at the meeting. Again, when the noun is plural, ಯಾವಾಗ noun plural ಇರುತ್ತೋ definite ಆಗಿ ಅದರದ್ದು verb ಕೂಡ plural ಆಗಿರಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay, so here the noun is teachers So when the noun is teachers, what will be the verb? Verb will also be plural. Okay, so the teachers and the plural verb but noun bardidini, so it takes plural verb. Now tell me, what is the plural verb? Whether it is are or is? Of course, it is are. Are at the meeting. Okay, the teachers are at the meeting. So singular noun takes singular verb, plural noun takes plural verb. Okay. Next one. Coming to the next one. The man, I have written all the examples regarding that, what is that, the rules I have told you in the last sessions. ಈಗ ನಾನೇನೇನು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನನ್ನ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ I have given the example. Okay, the man with all the birds. Look at the word here. Each and every word when you're writing in an exam, each and every word has to be read and then you have to write the answer. See here, a man with anta bandide. When you use such expressions as with, along with, together with, as well as, yayadu with, together with, along with, as well as, ಈ ತರದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ noun ಪಕ್ಕ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, when these expressions follows by noun, then what you have to do? You have to consider that as singular. So even though the next noun is plural, I think you are getting it. See, when you use the expressions such as with, along with, together with, as well as such nouns, so it takes the singular verb. It doesn't use. You can't use this plural verb. See, the man with all the birds anta ide illi. Of course, I told you. So plural iddaga noun ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ verb plural ಬರಿಬೇಕಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು plural ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, because we have used this expression with here in the sentence. When you use this with, along with, together with, then definitely, for sure, this verb will always be in singular. It doesn't take the plural verb. So let's see this. The man with all the bird andrunu onde, birds andrunu onde, all the andru birds anta idru kuda or bird anta idru kuda, there is no difference because we have used this expression with. So we used to, what is that, live or lives? What is that you have to write? Singular verb ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದು ನಾವು live ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ, lives ಬರಿಬೇಕಾ? Obviously singular verb ends with s, so the right answer for this is lives. Okay, so birds lives. You may question me, there is plural bird anta, but don't mind because we have used this expression with there. So the man with all the birds lives on my street. It's not live on my street. Lives is singular verb. So this noun is considered as singular as it has taken with as a expression. The expression with is used in this sentence. The same thing I have written. ಅದೇ ತರದ ಒಂದು expression ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದು example ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. The Prime Minister together with his wife. We are not saying the Prime Minister and his wife. Look at the sentence. So it's not so complicated. It will be easy when you understand the concept. See, and anta bandaga, you have to take it as plural. When you use such expressions as together with, along with, then it is considered as singular. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ together with ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲು and ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. As I have used this expression together with, so the Prime Minister together with his wife anta ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ obviously you have to write it as the singular verb. ಅದು singular verb ಅಂತಾನೆ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. As you have done here, the same thing, it goes with this. Okay, so suppose together with anta ಬರೆದಿರಾ and ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾಗಿತ್ತು. As I have used this expression together with, his wife greets or greet press cordially. ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ಅವರು ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾ, should we take it as singular? Of course it is singular because I have not used the conjunction and, but we have used the phrase as together with, so it takes singular verb. So which is a singular verb? the word which ends with S is singular. Okay, so together wife, the Prime Minister together with his wife greets, not greet, it is greets because S is for singular. Greets press cordially. Okay, so I think you have understood it. Coming to the next one, I told you some of the indefinite pronouns, it always takes a singular noun. I told you what is definite and what is indefinite. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಂಥದ್ದೇ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಂಥದ್ದೇ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Suppose I'm not referring to any particular person, any particular object. If I tell in general, okay, somebody is standing near the door. Nobody knows the answer. Okay, so I'm not saying that particular person, that particular object ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. In general ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, so it takes always singular noun and the singular verb, so it is not considered as plural. Okay, so such examples, 2 examples I have written. Adra indefinite pronouns 2 example ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Nobody knows the trouble I have seen. Okay, what do you mean by nobody? ಈಗ ನಿನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ then it will not become plural. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ it is what? It is singular, so you have to use it in singular. You have to use singular verb, not the plural one. Okay, nobody knows the answer or know the answer, which is correct. As I told you, this nobody is indefinite. Again, agathe ನಾವು singular noun verb na ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ singular verb which ends with yes is the correct answer. Nobody knows the trouble I have seen. Okay, nobody, everybody, something, nothing, everything. So avella ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ avella ನಾವು singular ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ plural ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. Everybody is quiet. Okay, it's not are quiet. Everybody is singular. Now everyone, again what it is indefinite pronoun. So what does it take? It takes what? The singular verb. So now, which is a singular verb here? Everyone has done his or her homework. What do you mean by everyone? Everyone anta ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಬ್ಬರು. Look at the word here. One anta ಬಂದಾಗ ಮುಗಿತು, it's singular. Okay, so now it takes singular verb which ends with yes. So what is the answer for this? So everyone has done his or her homework. Not have done, it is has done. Okay, now next one. I told you either neither expressions bandaga. If you get an expression as either or neither nor anta use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Either neither expressions bandaga you have to consider the nearest noun ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ either neither ಬಂದಾಗ ಹತ್ರ, either ಅಂದಾಗ ಎರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, neither ಅಂದಾಗ ಎರಡೂ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. So we refer two nouns when the expression comes either neither ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಎರಡು noun ನ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಆಗ ಯಾವ ನೌನು verb ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, if that noun is plural then the verb has to be plural. ಯಾವ ನೌನು ಒಂದು verb ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ singular ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆಗ ನಾವು verb ನ singular ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. So both the examples I have given here, please keenly observe this and understand. Either, I have used this expression, I have started the sentence from either and neither here. Either my father or my brothers. Look at this. See, either my father or my brothers anta ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಈಗ next verb ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಈಗ verb ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ noun ಯಾವುದು? Is it father or brothers? Of course brothers, isn't it? So noun ಗೆ verb ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು noun, if it is plural then it is plural. Suppose ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು brother ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, which is the nearest noun here. So brother is nearest noun, then ಇಲ್ಲಿ brother ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ is ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, brothers ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಾಗ ಇದು are ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So brother, if you have written singular then it takes singular, if it is plural then it write it as plural. Don't ever bother about this first noun either and neither ಬಂದಾಗ. Either and neither ಬಂದಾಗ we have to see the nearest noun. If the nearest noun is plural, then go with this plural verb. So what is the correct answer for this? Either my father or my brothers are going to sell the car. It's not he is going to sell, because either ಇದೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುವಂತ blank ಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುವಂತ noun plural ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ we have to use that verb as plural. So either my father or my brothers going to sell the car. So next example, neither the dogs nor the cat. So I hope you have understood it now. Neither the dogs, ಈಗ first noun plural ಇದೆ, other second noun ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ singular ಇದೆ. We should not bother about the first noun when the expressions either and neither will come. Okay, what we have to see? We have to see the nearest noun to the verb. So what is the nearest noun to the verb? It is cat, not cats. Suppose cats idre idu plural agtittu, idu cat irodrinda we have to use the singular verb as is. Don't bother about this dogs. Okay, so neither the dogs nor the cat is hungry. Okay, not are hungry. Now next one, what that other thing I told you is that some words in English, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು nouns ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ವರ್ಡ್ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. I told you many examples in the last classes. That is like subjects like mathematics, physics, economics, what is that, politics. So ಇಂಥದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ತರ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. It always gives the meaning, singular meaning ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Mathematics are my favorite subject ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. Physics are very difficult ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, isn't it? You news is very interesting ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ, news are very interesting ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. Obviously news ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು, it's a singular noun ಅಂತ. Even though it ends with s, even though it seems like what is that plural noun, it is not plural. Such words always takes the singular verb. Okay, singular idre noun adu verb singular irbekanu niಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು, see again two examples I have written here. So physics is a subject, it is not plural. You won't say physics, right? So it is physics. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಅದೇ ಆಸ್ಟ್ರೋಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದು ಏನೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಿಸಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ when it is singular, when you know this physics is singular, what has to be the verb? Of course it is to be, you have to write this verb as singular. So physics is John's favorite subject. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ physics are John's favorite subject. Obviously physics is John's favorite subject, because physics is singular and you have to write it as singular. So John's favorite subject. Coming to the next one, politics is a dirty business. Politics are a dirty business. What do you mean by that? Politics, of course, politic kannalla name. So it is politics, right? So politics is singular noun, so it takes singular verb. Politics is a dirty business, and we won't say politics are a dirty business. Okay, the news is very interesting. Not news are very interesting, the news is very interesting. Okay, so these are the things that I have taught you. And the last one, see, what is that rule that I have taught you in the last classes is when ishtotanka navu verb subject singular idre verb singular irbeku. So noun plural idre verb plural irbekanta nave ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. when we get that expression one off ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬಂದಾಗ noun plural ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು verb ನ singular ಆಗಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. This is the only thing that we have to not get confused of it, because one off ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? See, one of the examples, I don't say one of the example, because ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So one of the examples is very difficult. What do you mean by that? So many of us, we do mistakes when we use this expression one off, because one off on the bandaga, it is very definite that you must not use this plural verb. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಅದೇವತ್ತು ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒನ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನರ್ಥ, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಅಂದಾಗ verb has to be singular, but noun will take the plural one. See, look at the example here. One of my brothers. What I have written? Of course, ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾನೇನ one of my brother ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬ್ರದರ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್. ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ವಾಟ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್? ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಬ್ರು ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಅಥವಾ 3 ಜನ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ನೌನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್. And what should be this now verb? It has to be singular. When? Only when the expression one of is used. Only when the expression one of is used, we have to use one of my brothers is, not are. Even though this brothers is plural here, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬ್ರದರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಬ್ರದರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. He is going on a trip to France. Not all brothers are going. One of. So on the next one of my favorite books. What is it? What we have written here? One of my favorite book ಅನ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ನನಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So the noun has to be plural and the verb has to be singular here when the expression one of is used. Okay. One of my favorite books is on the table. One of my favorite books is on the table, not are on the table. Yake are alla? Because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು one of ಅಂತ expressions ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. And so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಾನು I have done it, and another example which I have not written here, I have written at the last. So ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಈಗ ಎರಡು ನೌನ್ ಒಂದೇ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅವರೇನೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ, isn't it? So the mathematics, the principal and the mathematics lecturer ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜನ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೇನೆ ನಾವು the principal and mathematics lecturer ಅಂತ the ಎರಡನೇ ಸತಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ it means that we are referring to the same person. mathematics lecturer ಅವರೇ, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅವರೇ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ನಾವು the principal and the mathematics lecturer ಅಂದಾಗ what does it mean? It means that we are referring to different people here. Principal ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ mathematics lecturer ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. So when you use the twice, that ಎರಡು noun ಪಕ್ಕ the use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it refers to different person. Then if you use only one the in a sentence, even though ಎರಡು nouns ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು the use ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ then it refers to the same person. So I have written the principal and mathematics lecturer ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಹಂಗಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಸೊ the principal, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ the use ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. When I have not used the here, what does it mean? It means that it is referring to the same person. Suppose sentence alli the principal and the mathematics lecturer anta ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರೆ then it refers to different people there. ಆಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು verb plural ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, but as I have not used this the twice in the sentence, then it means it refers to the same person. The principal and mathematics lecturer is in the classroom, not are in the classroom. Why I have not used are there? Because I have not used the second noun bakka and the use madilla. It means it is referring to the same person. So these are all the tricks, these are all the rules that you people have to follow while writing the subject verb agreement. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Most of ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ of course it is plural. It is a indefinite pronoun. ಅದು indefinite pronoun. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ indefinite pronoun singular ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು indefinite pronouns ಇದೆ ಅದು ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. So what does it all ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ, see all ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ it is plural. So ಹಂಗೇನೇನೆ most of them ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ, most of them are ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ it is most of ಅಂತ expressions ಬಂದಾಗ you have to use it as plural, not as singular. Okay, so I think it's clear to you. If you have any doubts, please you can just what is that, message it, so I'll clear the doubts to you. I hope you have understood, and you please write it down in your notes. It will be helpful for you. So is there any doubt?
Is it compulsory to use only is or?
No. So I have got a message that is it compulsory to use only is or are in the subject verb agreement? No, because see, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೀ is or use ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು doesn't use ಮಾಡಿದೀನಲ್ಲ, is it is or no, ಅಲ್ಲಿ any verb ನ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೋತೀವಿ. ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಸಚ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ, ಡಸಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, isn't it? ಆಮೇಲೆ lives ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, greets ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ verbs ಅಲ್ವಾ. So which ends with s, any verb which ends with s is singular. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ, went to ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, doesn't use, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದು, doesn't ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, does is singular. Okay, it's not compulsory only is or are has to be written in subject verb agreement. You can use any of that verbs, any verb next to the noun, it takes singular verb, so it will be used as singular verb. Then it is what, when the noun is singular. It doesn't mean that you have to use only is or are. Okay, it's not that.